Have you ever thought about doing a tutorial series for speedruns? I have, but I don't have any editing experience whatsoever. So for me to be able to do that properly, I need to like work with an editor, and it would be like an insane amount of work to like get it done properly. I always just have other things that I'm doing, so I never really like to the point where I was like, okay, I'm gonna like set time out and do a tutorial series thing. It's not like that, Hunreed. If I do a tutorial series on YouTube, I would make like an actual tutorial series. It won't just be me playing the game live on stream being like, all right guys, so this is how you do this trick, and it would just be like very botched, and it would just be a very bad tutorial. If you're gonna make a tutorial, you might as well make a very good, well edited, well narrated tutorial, or else it's gonna be kind of pointless. It's only worth if Mario 64 becomes more mainstream. Okay, now that is definitely not true. What do you mean? How do you think things become mainstream and people learn about things? When they have good tutorials, the more good tutorials you have, the more mainstream and the more attention a game will get. That's what you have to do to get a game attention. Also, yeah, Mario 64 is literally the most mainstream speedrun there is in the entire world. Besides, speedrunning needs proper tutorials. It's like one of the most needed things right now in speedrunning is proper guides. If anything that would really help Mario 64 as a community would be to make like very, very, very well edited, documented, and narrated tutorials. Kind of like how Small Ant Odyssey tutorial. Small Ant's Odyssey tutorials is really what started him in the YouTube thing, and it's so fucking well made. Look at how much views this tutorial has, 650,000. I mean, I know it's Small Ant, but it's a really well made tutorial.
I'm Small Ant 1, and welcome to my movement guide for Super Mario Odyssey speedrunning. In this video, I'll be explaining everything you'll need to know regarding techniques currently being used, from the basics, such as diving onto Cappy, to more advanced things like buffered spin jump ground pounds, set to a certain speed. This speed, unfortunately, is often slower than Mario's speed preceding the long jump, meaning that long jumping actually slows you down. Rolling is used too frequently in runs, but there are...
You know, like he goes through every movement mechanic, what happens, what is good to do, what's not good to do, and it's very well narrated. It's scripted, it's edited well. Like this is what we need in speedrunning, but this takes an insane amount of work. Like this is extremely hard to make, and it takes a shit ton of time to write the scripts and all that. Ideally, it would take like a team of people to make these things proper, like a really good updated tutorials. The Simply tutorial is not bad, but the problem with the Simply tutorial is that people use it to learn, but it could be so much better. Yeah, Druggy's basically the Small Ant of Mario 64, and he's doing great.
Gang, tutorial time. I got my controller input display.
Look at his hair.
So you already know it's time to jack that ass up. There's nothing too complicated going on here. Of course, you have your method of getting to the door. Now, what is important is you have Mario Cam C down going, and as
these tutorials are okay, you know, but like the well edited tutorial, like the Small Ant type of videos, are just, I mean, they're just perfect. You know, they're really good for like entry level speedrunning. You know what it would be perfect for? The Small Ant video for Odyssey is a perfect introductionary video. It's a perfect video for introducing you into a speed game. And then this video from Simply is a more technical, advanced tutorial video. Like when you already know how to play the game and you already know how the mechanics work of a game, these type of tutorials will work really well. Because this is like, I want to learn the triple jump, box jump in HMC. This video literally is just a short video that cuts straight to the point. This is how you do triple jump, box jump, controller input display, and I'm talking you through for what's going on to give you a good idea of it.
as I wall kick, I mash.
It's pretty straightforward and it's good, you know. So it depends on the direction you're taking and what it could apply for. But the tutorial videos where it's like there's no mic, there's no camera, and it's just gameplay with text on the screen, you know, and the video cuts every 5 seconds, and then a bunch of text comes up and be like, this, and if this happened, those are the worst tutorial videos, and there is way too much of that in speedrunning. Now, props to the people who are actually making it. At least they're, you know, making the videos at least. But like, that shit is way too old, man. At least have a microphone, you know what I mean? We need to hear the voice explaining through what's going on. The problem with Wikipedia is that it's just way too convoluted. I don't want to bring down Wikipedia because Wikipedia is amazing, you know, people have put so much work into this. But this is not something that you should use for an introduction to speedrunning guide of Mario 64. This is like one of the last things that you ever see when you already know how to speedrun the game and you're already good at it. This is not a tutorial section. First of all, the first thing you see is game mechanics, hitboxes, quarter frames, straining, and time stop. I don't even know what this shit means. What is straining? You do not need to know about any of this thing, about quarter frames. You don't need to know about any of this shit to learn the game. Glitches, yes, okay, you can learn about glitches. But if you open backwards long jump glitch, it's just a wall of Wikipedia text. People are gonna start reading this thinking that they need to go through this to learn the game and just be like, I'm bored halfway through, you know. It's like, what the fuck am I reading? I just want to watch the game. I want to play the game. It's too convoluted. Like, this shit is what you would use when you already know how to play the game and you just want to learn about shit. Finally, one of the last ones is the RTA guide start page. First things first is that most people that come into speedrunning, they don't even know what RTA means. They don't know what RTA means. They don't know that RTA means speedrunning the game. The ultimate goal of this guide is to serve as a central hub for all the relevant knowledge needed to get started with and improve at Mario 64 speedrunning. Eventually, all external links on this. Alright, but now if you've noticed, there's no definition here of RTA. So there's an RTA guide, but there's no definition of what RTA means. So this page is great, but this is not a tutorial page. It's just not for getting into speedrunning. This is when you kind of know what you're doing already and you need like extra help. It has all the guides you need to getting set up and that kind of stuff. Like this. This is pretty much everything you need. Nintendo 64 buying guide. Wow, holy shit. This is really in depth. So this tells you like setting up everything. This is crazy. Like, look how good this is, you know? Holy shit. I don't even know what I'm looking at right now. Right, okay. This has everything you need to know. Wii soft modding. Oh god. This is probably like 500 pages long. Never mind, it's a video. 120 star guide. Here we go. Interesting. So did this all go to like videos? This is so cool. Look at all this stuff it has. Look at this. Look at Droggy.
Beginner tutorial on bomb clip. I will first show you how to do it in 4 steps, then ways to optimize your movement for the start. Have fun. Our next goal is to land here, a bit more bomb at an angle.
And like, this is amazing. This is an amazing tutorial video. Look how well this is made.
And the chain jump. To achieve,
if you watch this video and study it, like watch it 3 times and you study it, you'll be able to do bomb clip like a god.
this jump and switch from left to...
The problem is that arriving to this is convoluted for a new person. I'm not gonna lie, when I started speedrunning, I didn't know what RTA meant for like the first 5 months of speedrunning, bro. I know I was like extra stupid, but like, that's a problem. But anyway, my point is that to get to this point could be difficult for a lot of people coming into speedrunning. So the question is, how do we make this simpler for people? How do we make the UI experience easy and nice so that people get into a page and they immediately know what to click? And I actually have the answer to that. We're actually creating a website. We have been creating a website. Yes, GSA plug. But it's actually not really GSA. It's a different thing, but it's part of GSA, yes. We've been creating a website ever since late last year. The website is going to be called Speedrun Academy. And the point of this website is to make getting into speedrunning as easy as possible. Basically what I just described, when you go into a website and the UI is really well made, where you immediately know what you need to do and click because everything makes sense and it's easy to use. That's exactly what we're creating for speedrunning. So, for example, if you go into the website and you want to learn Mario 64 speedrunning, you have the game section, you would click Mario 64, you could search Mario 64, it would show up. A lot of pictures, good tabs, whatever. You click Mario 64 and you have the entire thing, right? You would have the different sections that pop up. You have the guides, you have news in Mario 64 speedrunning. You have streams of Mario 64 that would show up, and you click the guides, and then you have all the options, right? You see introduction to speedrunning is the first thing that would pop up, for example. So you immediately see a big video pop up on your screen without you having to click anything. So this is the video that you would watch when you want to... Oh my god! First things first, getting into this game. After that, you have all of your options you want to do. So if you get into Mario, after you watch the introduction video, and you have an idea of like, I want to do 16 star, or I want to do 70 star because I like longer categories. It sounds more fun. You would have all the options. Categories, 16, 70, 120, 0, 1 star. You click the category you want, and then that shows up another section, 70 star guide right off the bat. And then you have all the other subsections that you would want. So you want mechanics guide, you want the individual strat guides, you want whatever. And then all of the guides that exist in speedrunning right now will be added to that Speedrun Academy website, so you can go to. Make it an easier place to find what you need to find. So a lot of the guides that are on Wikipedia, for example, will be on Speedrun Academy. I don't know if it's beta or alpha. It's probably beta launch. Our beta launch is going to be more or less pretty soon, maybe in September. So stay tuned for that. I'll be talking about it more. Will Speedrun Academy include other games? Of course. The whole point of Speedrun Academy is to be for all of speedrunning. So ideally, there will be ambassadors on the website that would apply to be ambassadors of their game. So an ambassador for Jack and Daxter applies for Speedrun Academy. They get in and they create the page for Jack and Daxter. They put all the information they want into the page. They put the guides on, they put whatever. They could bring in other ambassadors to help him and all that kind of stuff. But the point is to have as much games as possible. To basically create like a central hub to make it as easy as possible for them to get into speedrunning. Essentially breaking the barrier of entry to speedrunning. And that's basically the slogan of the website. It's breaking the barrier of entry for speedrunning.